Hello guys, this is Bharat and I welcome you all to this session which I am going to talk about for loops in Python. In our last video, we learned about while loops in Python. So now before starting the session, let's take a look at the agenda for today's session. First, I will discuss about what are for loops in Python. Then I will tell you about the syntax of for loops in Python. Then we will discuss flowcharts and we will practically implement the examples of for loops. Finally, I will sum up this session with range function and pass statements in for loop. I hope you guys are clear with the agenda and I suggest you to subscribe this channel for latest updates. Now without wasting time, let's see what are for loops in Python. The for loops in Python are used to iterate over a sequence like list, tuple, string or any other iteratable objects. In Python, loop continues until we reach the last items in the sequence. Now let's see syntax of for loop. First of all, we will write the for keyword, then we will take a variable as value in sequence. The sequence is the name of our variable on which we want to iterate. This in is the keyword and colon. Always remember to give the indentation. Then comes the body of for loop. For example, suppose I have a list which contains numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now if I want to iterate over each and every value in the list, then we will use the for loop for x in the name of our sequence, that is list colon and then print x. Let's run it. See, it has given all the value in the list. So basically what is happening here, this x variable holds the values from 1 to 5 one by one. Let's modify this. Value of x equals to, now let me run it. See, the value of x equals to 1. When the loop will run for the first time, it will print value of x equals to 1. Then iterating again, it will print value of x equals to 2. And this will be continued until it reaches to the last element of the list. To get clear, let's see the flowchart of for loop. This is the flowchart of for loop. When the loop starts, it always checks the last element is reached or not. If the last element is reached in the sequence, then it will exit the loop. And if the last element is not reached, it will continue to the body of for loop until the last element is not reached. Now let's take another example. Suppose I have a variable called as name which contains my name Bharat, and if I iterate over my name, let's see what it prints. For x in name, print x. Let's run it. So it has printed all the characters of my name from B to T. So this was the simplest example of for loop. The for loop basically iterates over the each and every element in a sequence until the last element is not reached. Now we also have pass keyword in for loop. The pass keyword in for loop is used in case if the loop is meant to be empty. That means if we want a for loop that does not contains any body, so we can use the pass keyword to keep the for loop empty. According to the syntax of for loops in Python, if we do not give the body of for loop, the Python interpreter gives us the error. So to avoid these errors, we always use pass keyword in empty loops. The syntax of using pass keyword in for loop is simply we declare the for loop for x in array colon, then we simply write the pass keyword. Let's practically implement it. Suppose I take for x in name, and in this case I will not give the pass statement, and let's directly run it and see what it gives. See, it has given me the error unexpected end of file while parsing. So the syntax error came Now to avoid this syntax error, we simply write pass keyword. Now let's run it again. See, it has been run, no error has been given by the interpreter. So the use of pass statement is only to pass an empty function or a loop. We can also use these pass statements with the functions that we will learn in our upcoming videos. Now let's move on to the next topic of range in Python. Range function provides us a sequence of numbers. We can use the range function in the for loops to iterate through a sequence of numbers. For example, if I write x equals to range 0, 10, so this will give me a sequence of numbers from 0 to 9. Let me show you. When I write print x, this has given me the range of 0, 10. That means I have a values of 0 to 9. Let's iterate over this range for x in, let's take another variable here. For I in x, print I. See, it has printed the values from 0 to 9. That means this range function gives us a sequence of numbers from our starting value to the end value. I hope you guys are clear with the for loops in Python. This is all for today. Don't forget to like, share and comment. If you have any queries, let me know in the comment section and I will get to you soon. Till then, thank you, take care.